Outre l'organisation avec le concours de la société civile des campagnes de prévention contre ces phénomènes, la mise en œuvre d'un programme ambitieux de lutte contre le phénomène des enfants de la rue, avec l'appui technique et financier des partenaires au développement, qui contribuent manifestement à réduire leur vulnérabilité et à leur exposition aux fléaux sociaux émergents. Au demeurant, le pays, conformément à ses obligations internationales, s'investit dans l'élimination des actes de traite des êtres humains et du trafic des migrants et assure les poursuites pénales en direction de leurs auteurs. La chaîne de répression inclut les acteurs des services spécialisés de la police, la gendarmerie et les juridictions.
Le Cameroun étant un pays de transit et de destination pour les trafiquants et les victimes de plusieurs nationalités, via ses principaux aéroports internationaux de Yaoundé et de Douala, des affiches de sensibilisation contre la traite des êtres humains et le trafic des migrants viennent d'être dévoilées par la ministre des Affaires sociales aux côtés du ministre des Transports à l'aéroport international de Douala afin de renforcer la sensibilisation et de vulgariser les numéros d'assistance aux victimes de ces phénomènes qui prennent de l'ampleur dans presque tous les secteurs d'activité au Cameroun.
Il faut faire gaffe aux propositions mirobolantes. Nous allons retourner sur le site de l'éboulement avec vous, Enrique Jean Atembe.
Well, the Douala City Council authorities are worried after 3 persons were buried at the construction site in Lokbesu on Rik soon when part of the soil collapsed. Morindi says those people were constructing without legal permit.
5 workers were initially trapped in the collapse. Fortunately, 2 were rescued, but the remaining 3 were found dead. And here are their bodies.
You cannot live from your house on a daily basis every day that you are looking for the bread of, and then you went back, you go back home with tears, your family does not see you back home. We are in tears with the people of Lokbesu. 3 children are there for 1 woman.
Local residents have condemned the construction, describing it as illegal and dangerous, especially during the rainy season. The collapse has left the population of Lokbesu in shock.
They said they were building here, this is the shanty as you can see, and the rain that started falling since 2-3 days ago, and the ground had collapsed upon them. So it is the soil that collapsed on them.
Abubakar Haman Chotu, Secretary General of the Littoral Governor's Office, was present at the scene overseeing the rescue efforts.
3 people have been buried by the soil. So we seized the occasion to present our condolences to the bereaved family.
The National Gendarmerie's rescue units and the firefighting brigades were quickly mobilized to assist in the operation.
We sensitize Cameroonians who are living here in littoral region not to settle in the risk zone area.
Reports from experts on the ground indicated that the site owner lacked a land certificate and the type of building being erected was unsuitable for the soil conditions, particularly given the ongoing excavation work.
The inquiry is ongoing and we will have results, and we do hope that responsibilities will be settled.
This incident is not isolated. A similar collapse occurred recently in Lokbesu. Although no lives were lost in that incident, residents remain deeply concerned about the safety of people working in construction sites around Lokbesu.
Thanks, Morindi. And in the far north region, 7 people are known to have died when a public transport bus caught fire on the Marwa-Maga road axis. In fact, the incident has sparked a lot of debate and has called for improved safety in transportation sector. Details with our intern, Latte Sylvie.
A devastating fire engulfed a Hiace bus carrying 20 passengers, resulting in 7 fatalities, including a 1-year-old and a 6-year-old child. 5 others sustained injuries and were rushed to local hospitals, with 2 in critical condition transferred to Mara District Hospital. Authorities, including the senior divisional officer of Ndiamari, swiftly responded to the scene, where efforts to control the blaze proved futile, leading to significant losses of personal belongings and the complete destruction of the bus. The bus driver attributed the incident to a malfunctioning fuel pump. Investigations are ongoing to ascertain the exact cause and any potential negligence. The 7 victims charred beyond recognition were laid to rest in a massive grave at the site, marking a solemn conclusion to the harrowing incidents on one of Maura's busiest highways.
And for the past 4 months, the locality of Mesamena in the east region of Cameroon has endured persistent surge in burglary. And recently, a gang was dislodged by the gendarmerie, giving a relief to the population. Sherfa Salena reports on that.
The Mesamena Gendarmerie Brigade in the Opanyong Division of the East Region of Cameroon has successfully apprehended 4 members of a notorious gang following their 4th burglary in 3 months. The gang responsible for stealing 10 million CFA francs from the store of Yepchet Chapchet, a prominent local business person, has been a constant threat to the community. Under the supervision of our commander, the procedure of our investigations led us to the tracking down of a gang made up of 5 burglars. Administration's coordinated efforts to track down the criminals, and shockingly, revelations during the investigation indicated a possible link to a sponsor within the prison administration. We will call on the population to work hand in hand with the authorities to track down such burglars. With the arrest, Mesamena can now breathe a sigh of relief. The swift action by the local gendarmerie has not only brought justice, but also restored peace of mind to the district residents who applaud the decisive action taken.
Thanks very much, Sherifa Saleh, and I will move with you, Monique, as you are telling us that workers' rights in the private education sector is on the table.
Of course, Enrique Jean Atembe, à quelques semaines de la rentrée scolaire 2024-2025, le syndicat national des enseignants du secteur privé ont tenu leur congrès. Comme point à retenir, le salaire de misère, le salaire de catéchistes qu'ils perçoivent et qui, selon eux, a un impact sur la qualité de l'éducation. Ils invitent donc le gouvernement camerounais à s'y pencher sur cette question. Junior Ossin, reportage.
En ce qui concerne l'éducation, le secteur privé est un bon partenaire de l'État.
Sauf que, pour ces membres du syndicat des travailleurs des établissements scolaires privés du Cameroun, l'enseignement privé connaît de nombreuses tares.
La première difficulté que nous reprochons aujourd'hui à notre système éducatif privé, c'est qu'il est de plus en plus mercantile. Le fait que c'est un système ingrat vis-à-vis des travailleurs de ce secteur. Les fondateurs, les opérateurs du secteur semblent ne pas reconnaître à la juste mesure les efforts des travailleurs de l'éducation dans leur secteur.
À ceci s'ajoute, selon eux, l'indifférence du gouvernement camerounais face aux revendications de ces enseignants du secteur privé.
Quand l'enseignant du privé se plaint, l'État n'a jamais tout mis de ses forces pour que ce salaire du privé soit amélioré.
Ce congrès qui se tient ici à Douala permet à ces enseignants du privé de dénoncer le caractère salarial à eux infligé par les fondateurs des établissements scolaires privés du Cameroun.
Sans vous mentir, c'est trop bas. Même le SMIC, on ne parvient même pas à nous payer au prix du SMIC. On gère seulement comme ça, parce que c'est la vocation.
Le congrès du syndicat des travailleurs des établissements scolaires privés du Cameroun a connu la participation de Nkwa Marie-Paul, représentante personnelle du délégué régional de l'éducation de base pour le littoral.
On parle de synergie d'action entre les pouvoirs publics et l'université de Yaoundé 1 pour accompagner les projets d'incubation des petites et moyennes entreprises. L'autorité gouvernementale qui en a la charge et le recteur de l'université de Yaoundé 1 viennent de paraffer l'accord de partenariat relatif à Yaoundé, bon pour la transformation structurelle de l'économie camerounaise. On en sait davantage dans ce reportage que nous proposent Karel Mezatiachoya et Samuel Ebakissé.
L'accord de partenariat paraphé entre le ministre des PME, de l'économie sociale et de l'artisanat et le recteur de l'université de Yaoundé 1 ambitionne de relever le niveau de production des structures d'incubation des petites et moyennes entreprises au Cameroun. Il porte notamment sur l'accompagnement technique, institutionnel et le cas échéant financier de l'Institut universitaire de technologie du bois à Mbalmayo, le partage d'expertise et de bonnes pratiques. Le gouvernement s'engage à s'investir dans la mise en œuvre des activités, à appuyer le montage et le financement des projets incubés, pour dire le moins.
À l'occasion, ce sera aussi voir comment nous cheminons vers des incubateurs spécialisés à l'instar de l'unité de Mbalmayo. Parce qu'il s'agit aujourd'hui de prendre toute la part qui est la nôtre pour accompagner la transformation structurelle de notre économie.
C'est dans ce cadre que le présent accord consacre la mise à disposition au profit de l'UIT Bois, au titre de l'année en cours, d'une subvention de 70 milliards de francs CFA.
La dernière sortie du préfet du département du Fundi continue d'alimenter les commentaires dans les chaumières, fait couler beaucoup d'encre et de salive. On en parle avec vous, Reconnection Festival, dans la langue de Shakespeare.
And of course, politicians are reacting variously on the outing of the senior divisional officer of Mfundi, in which he has warned that any perpetrator of uprising in that part of the country will be expelled from the division. Now let's take a quick look with that, with Beatrice Ngamo.
The decision of the Mfundi senior divisional officer to expel individuals from the town of Yaoundé if they go against state institutions is received differently by different politicians. To Robert Bapoliport of the UPC, the action is timely and necessary given the trend of political activities ahead of the 2025 elections.
What is important for entire nation is peace, the sovereignty and the unity of this nation. And that's why at the level of UPC, we think that what is done now by the government and those who are in charge of the security, order and preserve peace in this nation, what they are taking in terms of decision is very important for the future of this nation.
While others accept the need to regulate the citizens, they strongly condemn the approach of the senior civil administrator.
It is but normal that if there is rise of hate speech or disorder in a city, they should call on citizens for order, but not to be very extremist. Saying they will deport citizens from the capital to other places is very, very wrong. In the era of the 21st century, where we are thinking of becoming more and more equal, more and more free, more and more democratic, a civil administrator just get up and start intimidating people.
Instead of going against the state measures, the UPC rather thinks the government and administrative authorities need the support of different political parties to uphold the values of the country.
If you are a politician who is very involved with peace, with sovereignty and unity of this nation, you must know that today you have to give your support to those who are in charge of the state.
But Lionel Kugaba insists that the move is against the Constitution and the competencies should be clearly redefined.
Some of the first articles of the Constitution, it says Cameroonians are free to live everywhere they are. And SDO is not, doesn't have the ability to judge a Cameroonian and even deport the Cameroonian. No, he's not a judge. You have magistrates who are there for that. He can only summon or report the citizen to justice, and justice will do his job.
Other political actors like Cabral Libil of the PCRN, Samuel Biong of the Reformatory Party, have equally condemned the outing of Emmanuel Marel Dicdent, stating that it violates the 1990 liberty laws in Cameroon.
Thanks, Hyacinth Chair. There was mix-up, and ahead of 2025 presidential election, Muslims have been calling for peace, and they are praying for peace to reign in Cameroon at the center of Sheikh Ibrahim Niass Cultural Day launched. Details with Beatrice Ngamo.
The Sheikh Ibrahim Niass Cultural Days will be a moment to appeal for Allah's intervention for peace in Cameroon before, during, and after the 2025 elections in the country. We all know we are on the eve of elections. We are afraid for our country. Seeing the happenings elsewhere, we don't want to see that here. Our greatest expectation is for God to preserve our country. If we are here today, it's because there is these grains of peace. 6 major highlights in 6 towns, Yaoundé, Douala, Betua, Sibati, Fumban, and Marwa, will mark the 2nd edition. Many activities are also on program. There will be reading sessions of 313 copies of the Holy Quran, to be precise, before appealing to Allah, God most powerful, to pour down His grace of protection and blessings on Cameroon and her leaders. The activity will continue with the laying of the foundation stone for the construction of an Islamic educative edifice at Marwa. The press conference July 17 at the Central Mosque in Yaoundé saw the disclosure of many curiosities. The president of the African Islamic Union and spiritual guide, Caliph the Sheikh and Sheikh Muhammadul Mahi Ibrahim Niass are the distinguished guests.
Beatrice Grabo reporting there, and we talk Afro-descendants and their reconnections to the roots, Monique.
Yes, Cliquez à Tembe en culture, un nouveau festival voit le jour, Reconnection. C'est ainsi que s'intitule cet événement qui se tient du 18 au 20 juillet à Douala. L'objectif derrière ce festival est de promouvoir le retour aux sources et de permettre aux Africains et Afro-descendants de connaître leurs origines et leur histoire, l'histoire de leur peuple justement. Nos reporters Haroun Nazira et Thierry Nana ont assisté à la conférence de presse de lancement du dit festival. Reportage.
Valoriser la culture africaine est la mission première du festival Reconnection. Cet événement sert de trait d'union entre l'Afrique, les Caraïbes et l'Amérique, une plateforme qui permet aux Africains et aux Afro-descendants de connaître leurs origines.
C'est un concept qui vise justement à sensibiliser les peuples d'Afrique pour qu'ils se souviennent de qui ils sont, pour qu'ils fassent un retour à leur identité originelle et pour qu'ils redeviennent le peuple maître du monde, parce que, faut-il le rappeler, l'Afrique est à l'origine de toutes les sciences et de toutes les connaissances.
Le festival Reconnexion dédie une partie de son programme aux médias. C'est par ce canal que la sensibilisation sera faite pour toucher le plus de personnes acculturées.
Mettre en place donc un système de médias, parce que c'est par aussi les médias, comme M. Paul a dit, informer, instruire, créer des programmes typiques d'instruction spirituelle.
L'Afrique centrale est la région la plus acculturée, où le nombre d'incultes, de ceux qui ne se préoccupent pas de demain, est le plus grand. Et reprenons nous-mêmes.
Le festival Reconnexion se tient du 18 au 20 juillet 2024 à Douala. Au programme, conférences de presse, échanges entre acteurs culturels et concerts.
Cette problématique de retour aux sources, on en reparle avec vous, Cliquez à Tembe.
Well, it is a vibrant... Oh, sorry for that technical hitch there, of course. It is a vibrant celebration of cultural reconnection that is set to take place beginning today to run right up to July the 20th in Douala. And of course, the inaugural event to foster the reconnection of the Afro-descendants to their roots will run, as Sherifa Saleh tells us, that was proclaimed during a press conference in Douala.
The essence of the Reconnection Festival lays in its dedication to promoting and preserving African culture, serving as a bridge across continents The festival uniquely connects Africa with the diaspora.
Déjà, c'est un premier pas.
This is the first step which has to be underlined and encouraged. This is my second time in Cameroon and certainly won't be the last one.
Les Africains, les Noirs, les
Africans, blacks and Afro-descendants, no matter where they find themselves, their orientations, preoccupations and realities meet and contribute to the restoration of African dignity.
À restaurer la dignité africaine.
Scheduled from July 18 to 20, 2024 in Douala, the Reconnection Festival promises a rich set of events. Highlights include a series of enlightening press conferences, dynamic exchanges among cultural luminaries, and captivating musical performances that celebrate the vibrant rhythms and melodies of African and Afro-descendant cultures. I wish that this moment of reconnection permits us journalists to talk other topics other than politics. It is boring. Central to the festival's mission is its robust media engagement strategy. Through strategic media partnerships and initiatives, the festival aims to amplify awareness among diverse audiences, reaching even those who may be less connected to their cultural heritage.
And that draws the curtain for this edition of the 1 p.m. Bilingual News with Kejang Henry at Tembian's Monique Nausi. Wishing you a wonderful day ahead. Good day, Monique.
Good day, Henri Kejang Atembe. On va conclure à la suite de ce reportage pour dire simplement que le feuillage ne s'épanouit qu'à travers la bonne santé des racines. Restez sur Canal 2 International. Nos programmes se poursuivent demain 13h. On sera là. Portez-vous bien.
Canal 2 International, votre télévision.